most challenging things to deal with in life is grief. The loss of someone that we love can create a tremendous trauma in our life. And a lot of people also don't realise how physical grief can be. It can feel like your insides have been hollowed out, that your heart is breaking. And grief can spring off walls and out of drawers and come to us on a perfume or in a snatch of music. Grief confronts us with many questions about our own existence and how we're living our lives. And it often takes time to create a space where we can really be with our grief, understand it more deeply, and incorporate it into our life. If you're grieving, you know that you don't grieve for a period of time and then it's done. We grieve for a lifetime. But in time we can become more comfortable with our discomfort, and we can learn to incorporate that grief into our life and be more at ease with the upset and the trauma that it causes. Our program, Healing Grief, helps people to do exactly that. It provides a safe environment in which people can explore their grief and understand its idiosyncrasies, and find ways also to incorporate our grieving into our life so that we're no longer defined by our grief. It's grief that breaks us open to compassion, to wisdom, to our ability to love. But it's something that often requires the company of other people who understand what it's like to go through that experience. Our books and resources, our workshops and programs are all geared to help people to really become more comfortable with their discomfort and to find a way of making meaning of the grief in their life. Many years ago, a young girl called Kate had cancer of the heart muscle, and she drew me a picture one day of Garfield, and in the bubble of Garfield's thoughts were 3 hearts. Kate said to me, "I actually drew you 2 pictures, but I put them on my windowsill and the wind blew the other one away." I asked her what was in the other picture, and she said it was exactly the same as this one, but the hearts were all shattered down the middle. And I said to her, "Perhaps the wind was telling you that you don't need to have broken hearts." She said, "No, Petrea, you don't understand. Sometimes hearts have to break before they heal." I found Kate's words incredibly wise and loving, because sometimes we do need to create that space in which we can let our hearts break in order for them to really find that deep and true healing. Healing is about peace of mind, and healing is something that is open to all of us, even though when we're grieving it can feel like we might never feel normal ever again. Indeed, grief changes us, but by putting aside some time where we can really begin to explore our grief, we can find a pathway through that leads to a deeper understanding of ourselves and of life. I hope that you might find our webinars or online videos or our other resources of benefit to you in your journey through healing with grief, or that you'll find a very warm welcome in our residential program should you choose to join us.